Good morning, everyone. We're the Group 7. Today, we're going to discuss the Model 12, which entitled Justice and Fairness, Promoting the Good. Justice and Fairness, Promoting the Good. Ito ay ating mga pangunahing prinsipyo na nagsisilbing gabay natin sa ating moral na pundasyon ng lipunan at upang matiyak ang pagkakapantay-pantay ng bawat isa, respeto at gabay sa bawat individual. Gaya na example na lang dito sa edukasyon na ang bawat isa ay may karapatang makapag-aral at pantay na akses sa di kalidad na edukasyon, mayaman man o mahirap. Next. Introduction. Justice and fairness are sought by the most people, but the interpretation of what is just and what is fair varies. For the egalitarians, what is just is an equal distribution of wealth. Under capitalism, people are given the right and the venue to live their lives according to how they see fit. For the socialists, the shift should be made from individualism to communalism, wherein individuals' duty to others and to the state is emphasized. Common good is best defined by the state rather than by the individual. Dito, the concept of justice and fairness varies depending on the ideological perspective, at ang mga pagkakaibang ito ay nagpapakita ng hamon sa pagbuo ng universal na pamantay ng katarungan at pagkamakatarungan, dahil bawat ideolohiya ay may kanya-kanyang pinapahalagan at layunin. Next. Objectives. First, in this module, we will be able to explain the concept of justice and fairness, analyze the different types of distributive justice, determine the best form of distributive justice. Pumunta naman tayo dito kay John Bradley Rawls, 1921 to 2002. Greatly influenced by Wittgenstein, student Norman Malcolm. Known for his defense of egalitarian liberalism, his father, William Lee Rawls, was a prominent lawyer, and his mother was Anna Abel Stamp, a feminist and chapter president of League of Women Voters. He is a 20th century American political and ethical philosopher who is best known for his book, A Theory of Justice in 1971, that greatly influenced modern political thought. He held James Bryan Conant. Next. Also, Rawls, he is a World War II veteran. He served as an infantryman in the New Guinea with Bronze Star Award. In the Philippines, he lost his Christian faith after witnessing horrific scenes of war, such as a soldier removing his helmet and taking a bullet to his head. After the atomic blast in Hiroshima, he was disappointed, disobeyed order, left the military, and became an atheist. Sinasabi naman dito na malaki ang naging impluwensya ng kanyang karanasan ni John Rawls noong ikalawang digmaang pandaigdig sa kanyang philosophical na pananaw at paniniwala. Bilang sundalo, ginawa rin siya ng Bronze Star Award dahil sa kanyang katapangan. Gayunpaman, ang mga traumatikong pangyayari sa kanyang nasaksihan tulad ng isang sundalo na tinanggal niya yung kanyang helmet at sa sarili niyang kamay, siya mismo ang kumitil ng kanyang buhay. Rawls consider na itong lubhang nakaapekto sa kanya. At also, nung pagbomba sa Hiroshima, ay mas lalo ang kanyang pagkadismaya, na naging dahilan upang talikuran niya ang mga aksyon ng militar at kanyang pananampalatayang Kristiyano, at dito ay naging ateista siya. Rawls considered the arguments societies pursue the greatest good for the greatest number as problematic because of the tyranny of majorities over minorities, plurality, and distinctness of individuals. Rawls offers his idea of justice as fairness. His justice is the first virtue of social institution and internal division of a society. Next, dito naman tayo sa Rawls 2 Principle of Justice. First, each person is to have an equal rights to the most extensive basic liberty compatible with a similar liberty for other. Basic liberties pertain to a citizen liberty like political rights, freedom of thought, right to have a property, most of them enshrined in a state constitution. Everybody must have an equal rights under the first principle. Dito naman sa first principle of John Rawls' theory state that everyone should have equal rights to the most basic freedoms, such as political rights, freedom of thought, and property ownership, as long as these rights do not conflict with others' freedom. At ang mga karapatang ito ay dapat na itaguyod ng pantay-pantay para sa lahat. And second, social and economic inequalities are to be arranged so that they are both A. reasonable, expected to be everyone advantage, and B. attached to the position and offices open to all. Rawls, the contemporary liberal answer. Distribution of wealth does not necessarily have to be the same, but it must be the everyone's advantage. So dito, sa pangalawang principle ni Rawls, state that social economic inequalities should only exist if they benefit everyone, lalo ng mga hindi paborable na miyembro ng lipunan, at kung ang mga oportunidad na nagdudulot ng hindi pagkakapantay-pantay ay bukas sa lahat. While wealth distribution doesn't have to be equal. Any inequality must ultimately work to the advantage of society and provide equal opportunities for all individuals. Next, nature of the theory of justice and fairness. Rawls' theory of justice and fairness enable individuals to pursue their own conception of what are good and not just the common good, being dictated upon by the government. In this theory, justice is what is good and also called as fairness. This helps a society in ordering in its socio-political affairs, especially in crafting law that distribute fair and equal access to opportunities for everyone, especially the disabled and minorities. This offer fair, equal, and just criteria for the distribution of good. It's called a naturally distributive justice. Sinasabi naman sa teoryang ito ni John Rawls ng justice and fairness na allowing individuals to pursue their own ideas of what is good rather than adhering to a government. Determine common good. Dito sa teoryang ito, ang justice and fairness ay tumutukoy sa pantay-pantay na access sa mga oportunidad, lalo na sa mga minorities at mga may kapansanan. And distributive justice ni Rawls ay nagsusulong ng fair and equal na distribution ng resources na nagbibigay ng pagkakataon sa lahat, lalo na sa mga hindi paborableng sektor.
Distributive justice addresses the ownership of goods, equality of opportunities, and fairness in the distribution of the good in a society. Traditionally, distributive justice is when equal work produces equal outcomes or workers proportionately receive amount of goods. Ang distributive justice o katarungang pamamahagi ay isang konsepto na tumutukoy sa patas na pamamahagi ng mga yaman, benepisyo at responsibilidad sa lipunan. Isang halimbawa, Dito ang pagkakaloob ng mga social services tulad ng edukasyon at kalusugan sa mga tao batay sa kanilang pangangailangan. Isipin natin ang isang komunidad kung saan ang mga residente ay may magkakaibang kita upang matiyak na ang lahat ay may akses sa dekalidad na edukasyon. Ang lokal na pamahalaan ay naglaan ng pondo na nakabatay sa bilang ng mga estudyanteng nag-enroll mula sa mga mas mababang kita. Sa ganitong paraan, ang mga pondo ay naipapamahagi sa mga paaralan ayon sa pangangailangan ng kanilang mga estudyante na nagreresulta sa mga pantay-pantay na pagkakataon para sa lahat. Ang roles naman po, believe roles believe that without distributive justice, institutions would not truly prosper in a society. Believing in John Locke and Jean-Jacques Rousseau, social contract is necessary between people and their leader. Leaders in such contract are expected to assure their people of their natural rights. Excuse me po. Roles out of the social contract as a hypothetical or a thought experiment which he called the original position. Ang roles po. Ang teor ang teorya ni John Rawls tungkol sa katarungang panlipunan ay nakatuon sa idea ng just fairness o makatarungang katarungan. Isa sa mga pangunahin ng konsepto niya ay ang veil of ignorance, kung saan hinihimok ang mga tao na magdesisyon tungkol sa mga prinsipyo ng katarungan nang hindi alam ang kanilang sariling posisyon sa lipunan. Doubt experiment of or veil of ignorance is a situation in which one imagines to know nothing of oneself, of one's natural abilities, and of one's bare position in society. One is symbolically covered by veil that represents ignorance, so that one is ignorant of everything, such as on gender, race, preferences, religion, nationality, abilities, ownerships, etc. Being in a veil of ignorance, wherein everyone knew nothing, Rawls held that rational beings naturally decide best. This original position is actually the first situation of fairness and impartiality. Everyone should then imagine a position of freedom and equality in which everyone agree upon and commit them to principles of justice. Through this veil of ignorance, an imaginary assembly people gather to negotiate over social contract under strict conditions that allow rational persons to deliberate only with reason and logic. The best principle of social justice is assessed and selected. Ang doubt experiment or veil of ignorance, isang halimbawa ng doubt experiment na kilala bilang veil of ignorance ay ang konsepto na pinakilala ni John Rawls. Sa ilalim ng ideyang ito, hinahamon ang mga tao na isipin ang isang sitwasyon kung saan sila ay nasa likod ng isang veil o tabi ng nagpapahintulot sa kanila na hindi malaman ang kanilang mga personal na katangian tulad ng lahi, kasarian, estado ng yaman o kahit anong iba pang aspeto ng kanilang pagkatao. Ano po?
Forms of distributive justice: egalitarianism, capitalism, socialism. Number 1, egalitarianism. I wanted a racially just society. I wanted to end wars. I wanted to end white supremacy. I wanted to create a world that was based on egalitarianism, sharing Racial Justice Ayers Bills 2013. Ang sabi ni Ayers Bills, gusto ko ng isang lipunan na patas sa lahat ng lahi, gusto ko matapos ang mga digmaan, gusto kong matapos ang white supremacy, gusto kong lumikha ng isang mundo na nakabatay sa egalitarianism. Sa madaling salita, gusto niya ng pantay-pantay at walang gulo. This is a view that promotes equality among people. This system rests on the premise that every individual is equal in that each deserves respect as having the same intrinsic worth. They believe that there are no fundamental differences among society such that it would justify the inequality of treatment. A very influential idea would be that from Christianity, where it is believed that man was created by God. Goal: removal of inequalities in society. Ang egalitarianism ay isang idea na nagsasabing lahat tayo ay pantay-pantay regardless sa ating lahi, relihiyon, katayuan sa lipunan o anumang iba pang pagkakaiba. Halimbawa, sa ilalim ng egalitarianism, lahat tayo ay dapat magkaroon ng pantay na pagkakataon sa edukasyon, trabaho at pangangalaga sa kalusugan, regardless kung gaano kayaman o kahirap ang ating pamilya. Sa Kristyanismo, naniniwala sila na nilikha tayo ng Diyos na pantay-pantay. Wala daw tayong karapatang magtrato ng iba ng hindi pantay-pantay dahil lahat tayo ay anak ng Diyos. Rawls equal liberty principle. Each person has an equal right to the most extensive liberties compatible with similar liberties for all. Sabi ni Rawls, lahat ng tao ay may pantay na karapatan sa pinakamalawak na kalayaan na posible hanggat hindi ito nakakasagabal sa kalayaan ng iba. The equal liberty principle guarantees the equal basis liberty in rights such as freedom of expression, assembly, property, etc. needed to secure the fundamental interests of free and equal citizen. Ang prinsipyo ng pantay na kalayaan ni Rawls ay nagsasabing lahat tayo ay dapat magkaroon ng pantay na karapatan sa mga pangunahing kalayaan gaya ng kalayaan sa pagpapahayag, kalayaan sa pagtitipon, kalayaan sa pag-aari. Ito ay nagsisiguro na mayroon tayong pantay na pagkakataon na mabuhay ng isang malaya at pantay na buhay. To whom should equality apply? Number 1. Human beings. The concept of equality should be applied to all beings who are capable of understanding such abstract concept and who have the characteristic of personhood. Ang number 1 daw ay tao. Ang pantay na pagtrato ay dapat ilipat sa lahat ng tao na may kakayahang maunawaan ang konsepto ng karapatan at pananagutan. Number 2. Human beings and animals. To a certain extent where rights are provided to the animals for their protection and survival. Number 2 daw ay maaring lipat ang ilang karapatan sa mga hayop upang maprotektahan ang kanilang kaligtasan. Halimbawa, ang mga batas laban sa malulupit na pagtrato sa mga hayop ay nagpapakita ng pagkilala sa ilang mga karapatan ng mga hayop. Number 3. All sentient beings. Equality is provided as two rights to prevent the abolition of all species. Ang ano naman dito ay maaaring ilipat ang pantay na pagtrato sa lahat ng nilalang na may pakiramdam tulad ng mga hayop upang maiwasan ang pagkalipol ng iba't ibang species. Capitalism. Capitalism is a social system based on the recognition of individual rights, including property rights, in which all property is privately owned. Ayn Rand, 1996. Sa madaling salita, sa kapitalismo, malaya ang mga tao na magkaroon ng negosyo, mamuhunan, at mag-aari ng mga bagay. Walang masyadong kontrol mula sa gobyerno. Halimbawa, kung gusto mong magtayo ng tindahan, malaya kang gawin ito. Maaari kang mamuhunan sa isang kumpanya o mag-aari ng lupa at bahay.
Capitalism holds that equality only applies to political and civil rights but not to economic benefits. People can be treated uniquely depending on their contribution to the society, organization, etc. Because that is determined by their privately owned assets and business. Ang kapitalism ay tulad ng pagbili ng kakanin sa isang tindahan kung saan ang tindera ay naglalayon na kumita ng pera sa pamamagitan ng pagbebenta ng kanyang mga produkto. Ang mga manggagawa sa pabrika ng kakanin ay tumatanggap ng sahod kapalit ng kanilang paggawa. Sa uli, ang mamimili ang nagdesisyon kung bibili o hindi ng kakanin na nakaka-impluwensya sa presyo at dami ng mga produkto. Under capitalism, the individuals are given free rein on how to deal and distribute their resources. Distributive justice here will majorly in the decision and in the hands of the individuals. Sample naman dito, ang mga pribadong kumpanya ang nagmamay-ari at nagpapatakbo ng mga negosyo na naglalayon na kumita. Ang kompetisyon sa merkado ang pangunahing pwersa na nagtatakda ng presyo ng mga produkto at serbisyo. Dahil dito, may kalayaan ang mga tao na magsimula ng negosyo at magtrabaho para sa iba't ibang kumpanya. Capitalism is seen as a very essential element in efficiently earning profits and incentives, cutting costs and solving problems, and encouraging creative and innovative economy and development. A capitalist economy that relies on free markets and private ownership can be very detrimental to the poor or less privileged members of the society. Number 3, socialism. From each according to his ability, to each according to his needs. Marx, Karl, 1875. The quote above summarizes the Marxian principle of how wealth should be produced and distributed. This idea is for everybody to be given the chance to develop their potentials, talents, and skill. And they are expected to use these talents and skills for the benefits of the society. Nobody will be left alone because the society or the state is expected to distribute these fair chances and opportunities to every individual. The distribution will also be unequal since they will receive according to their needs and a social system based on public ownership of property. Sa socialism, ang mga paraan ng produksyon ay pagmamay-ari ng estado o ng mga manggagawa at ang pamamagitan ng yaman ay batay sa pangangailangan. Halimbawa, Sa isang sistemang sosyalista, ang gobyerno ang nagmamay-ari ng pabrika at ospital at ang mga manggagawa ay tumatanggap ng bayad batay sa kanilang pangangailangan halip sa nasa kanilang produktibidad. Ang sosyalism ay naglalayong magkaroon ng mas pantay na lipunan kung saan walang pagsasamantala at lahat ay may pantay na akses sa mga pangunahing pangangailangan. Next. Roles Difference Principle. Social and economic inequalities are to be arranged so that they are both to the greatest benefit of the least advantage and attached to office and position of it open to all under conditions of fair and equality of opportunity. This principle holds that responsible or benefits and burdens are to be distributed according to one's abilities and needs. The least advantaged are reasonable to be given special powers for they have the greatest needs. While all people can still pursue their interests, they have to fairly compete with each other for the powers and position of any office they aspire for. Rawls difference principle naman ay nagsasabi na ang mga hindi pantay na pagkakaiba sa lipunan ay pinapayagan lamang kung ang mga hindi gaanong paborableng tao ay nakikinabang mula rito. Halimbawa, ang paghihintulot sa mga doktor na kumita ng mas mataas kaysa sa mga janitor ay katanggap-tanggap kung ang mataas na sahod ng mga doktor ay nagresulta sa mas mahusay na pangangalaga sa kalusugan para sa lahat. Ang prinsipyong ito ay naglalayong matiyak na ang mga hindi gaanong paborableng tao ay hindi napapabayaan sa isang lipunan. Thank you po at yun lamang.